You're preaching to the choir, man. I mean, we talk about it. Yeah, I mean,
I think
it's. I think because you were mentioning earlier about men don't our gentleman's gone, right? Like chivalry dead, and I've always said chivalry's dead, and women killed it. That's feminism because you cannot. And I laughed about this because we brought some like college woman on that. I'm educated, I'm progressive, blah blah blah. But she wants, the equality from feminism, but she wants to be treated like a lady. Yeah. And my thing is that feminism and chivalry cannot coexist. Because equality inherently puts women, right, but makes them equal, so therefore you no longer get treated like a lady. Right. You get treated like a human being now, which you fought for.
Facts. So would you say like women are more lazy now than men?
No. Lazy in what degree? No, they're not. Lazy in what way? No.
I'm just saying I'm just saying not like lazy. I just feel like men put more of an effort like towards it.
Oh,
I
know
don't
what
really
you're saying.
see females like even
She's
though
saying when it comes to relationships and dating, do men have to put more effort in now and are women lazy? Like when it comes to like entertaining men. I would say for most men they are lazy, but when they find the right guy, they finally put in the work.
Yeah.
Because hell, we asked you guys earlier. You guys flake on dates. All of you guys have done it before, etc. Like yes, most women a lot of the times are very lazy when it comes to dating and dealing with most men. Right. But when you meet the right guy, you're gonna go, above and beyond.
Like for example, you guys have a lot of options, right? However, if the connection is there, you're gonna put in effort because the connection is there.
Right.
If it's not there, you don't give a shit.
Right. Absolutely.
Naturally. I feel like it's true though. Like I have, like sometimes I'll be on Instagram and I like show that I'm cooking and shit, and guys be like, "Oh my god, you can cook!" And I'm just like, "Yeah, nigga, like what kind of bitches y'all fucking with?"
Right.
That's funny. Like we talk about all the time on Instagram. There's straps for men and for women, and that's one of them for men. Well, you can cook, bitch. Get over here.
I do it. You know what's crazy? I do it on purpose too. The other day, I made some crazy ass breakfast. I made sausage, pancakes from scratch, eggs, all that, and I was like, "You hungry? Get a new bitch." It was hilarious. Like a bunch of guys were just like, "Yo, what the fuck?" But I'm using it kind of like a marketing thing.
But that should tell you kind of like the state that we're in.
It's fucked up.
A woman simply cooking on the internet is considered very attractive because it's rare and a lot of guys find it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's a degradation on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like feminism has made men lazy. It's made women kind of masculine, and everyone loses. Because here's what's really happened. Y'all want to hear something crazy? It's my speculation. What feminism has actually done is it's put the highest status men in a position of opportunity.
But I don't want to compete with a man.
But here's the thing. That's what you don't get. That's what you've inadvertently done. Right. Because feminism was about equality. But now what feminism has done is it's given the top 1% of men all the leverage.
Right.
Because since women are earning more than men, I predict in the next 20 years women are going to out-earn men. We got almost 3/4 of college students right now are women. A lot of guys are dropping out of college like crazy. They don't want to go to school. So I foresee in the next 20 years women are going to out-earn men. As women make more money, it's going to be much more difficult for them to find a man because women want a guy typically that's on their level socioeconomically. So I foresee, because we already know, we told guys invest in Chewy, right? And dog and cat food. And it's been going up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I put $1,000 in Chewy just for the fuck of it, and it's been going up. So my thing is, I predict in the next 10 to 20 years, women are going to be more single. Marriage rates are going to continue to drop. The birth rate's going to continue to drop. And, the guys at the top are going to continue to play the field and fuck as many girls they can because they don't have to settle down anymore.
So how do we change that? So it's like there's an empire that's being built.
I don't think we could change it.
It's a machine that's running itself.
I think, damn it.
Downhill from there. Bitches want to run the shit. Bitches want to run the show now. We tired of the niggas running the show. So
but you can't though.
Women fought for equality, and it's finally here, and there's no going back because I doubt that women are gonna like, oh, you know what, man? Maybe we're not in a position. Maybe we can't lead. They're gonna be like, nah. They're gonna continue to fight because one thing I've learned also from talking with thousands of women at this point, well over 1,000, is that women don't like to be wrong.
Very competitive.
I throw the facts,
and they don't settle. They don't settle.
So I can't tell you how many times we brought a woman on this pod. We put up the calculator, right? Which, by the way, if you guys want to get your dreams crushed, let me know. We have a calculator that literally calculates
Don't
the
tell
dream
me that.
man. The dream man. It tells you how common he's going to be. And we've had a bunch of girls damn near break the calculator. It says this man is 0.001% of the population. We ask him height, income, etc. This guy basically doesn't exist. And we tell him, yo, you're going to either have to lower your standards or be single for life. Because this man, if you do find him, is he going to commit to you? Is he going to marry you? Is he going to take you serious? You know what they say? fuck it, I'll die alone. I don't care.
But I appreciate you saying that because it just kind of opens up the perspective of like the world that we live in today, which is completely different from how it was back then. So I mean, I don't know. I guess I gotta stop going to school. I feel like I'm just fucking with you guys.
Like, yeah,
it was more like easier back then. Black people dated black people. Spanish dated Spanish. White dated white. Like it was more like it was kind of like a racist.
It was traditional.
It was traditional. It was kind of it was like an easy guide. Now it's like a whole different generation.
It's a lot of opportunity. It's a lot of options.
I will say this: like 88% of black men actually get with black women. It's just that there tends to be this crazy ideology out there that black men don't date black women. They actually do. It's just that the very small percentage of men that date outside their race, they tend to be celebrities and athletes. So that's what you see.
That's so true.
But the reality is most black men actually marry and date black women. So
and I love y'all.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? It's just that they get mad. They're like Kanye with Kim Kardashian, and then they think that's all successful black men. That's not necessarily true.
All right, let's do the chats real quick.
All right,
up here.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna do
did anyone else have? If you have something else, don't worry. We got you when we do this. JBX, to the women on the panel that don't have children, do you want marriage and children, and would you be okay with being a stay-at-home mom / wife? Basically, have a more conservative lifestyle outside of entertainment business. You know what? That's a quick yes or no. Yes or no.
I have a kid.
But would you be a stay-at-home mom? Because I know you were. Okay,
I did. Okay. I was. I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I would be a stay-at-home mom.
Okay, so you give up your
when
career
you
and
come
everything.
home, your home go be right.
All right. What about you? No. Okay. That's gonna be tough for you too.
Like part-time though. Like, what if I want to do my little side hustle, but then still be
you
like
have a child? That is not possible.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No, but it's like,
You
what
want
if you
kids?
have? I do.
How many you want?
5.
You definitely not gonna have no career. You tripping?
No, I do whatever.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I'm breaking stuff over here, but whatever God gives me. I mean, I don't. Whatever is an option for me. I think it's just I want to be able to still do the things that I enjoy doing. So like if I like doing therapy, I want to do that not full time because I have to be a mom and I have to be a wife to my husband, but I want to be able to do it on the side when I feel like doing it. Because,
Not losing yourself.
You know, I don't want to be. Exactly. I don't want to lose myself and I don't want to be constrained to being just a housewife.
Question, just out of curiosity, how much do you want your potential future husband to make per year? Give us what you honestly want.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Money doesn't mean anything. And I say that in the most humblest way because I've been with like guys who have been very successful, but then they literally lack the emotional component. They like they're great, they're successful, but you can't buy
your dream
me.
man. What's your bare minimum? Come on, let's keep it 1,000. If you're gonna have a family with this man, money does matter.
Stop the cat.
Especially
I mean, it has to be definitely over 70,000 because life is expensive. Miami's expensive.
Fair. So over 70K.
You need money to live.
Yeah.
I mean, Miami alone is just crazy.
All right, and that's fairly reasonable.
Yeah.
But I would say, if you meet this man and he says, "I need you to like quit your job. I'm going to take care of us." Like, would you acquiesce to that, or would you say no?
I would compromise. I would say yes, but then there's like boundaries. Like, can I do this in a couple of months or
70K a year? He might be okay with that. But I'll tell you this: a higher earner man, he's going to tell you, "No, you stay your ass at home. Fuck your career." And you can't necessarily
He won't say it like that.
He's not going to say it like that. But he
won't want me to go through the struggle of like having another job when I can just.
And
be
most
home.
importantly, he's not going to sit there and compromise with you. Like,
right?
Okay. I'm just
I don't know.
Go on. She don't want to have. She wanted to be a stay home. What about you, Icy? Would you be a stay home mom?
I mean,
she's right now.
I'm already am to my son, so you know it's just no nigga.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I have a son, but I don't. Yes, I don't feel like I would be I like to work. I like to work. I like to travel. I like to make my own money and stuff. So maybe when I'm like in my 30s, yeah. But right now, no.
Okay. What about you?
No long chat.
Who's watching your son right now?
My son's family.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah, like
is your family in Atlanta?
I have some family.
You have some family in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have family in Atlanta and Illinois and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. So you have a family system out there in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like versus
that's why
having one in Miami.
I have no family system in Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So no long chat, no long talking. If man wanted, I have a kid already, so I want to put that out there.
Damn, we got a bunch of moms on the panel.
Yeah, we're moms.
Right.
If a man wants me to be a stay-at-home mom, yes.
Nigga, we already doing that. Come to the
crib. What about you? Would you be a single mom? Would you be a stay-at-home mom?
I don't have kids, and
in the future.
I don't know.
No.
All right.
I like my independence. I like my get up and go and do what I want. I don't know if I want to sacrifice that part of my life. She belongs to the street.
God, why? But there's nothing wrong with your 20 years. Like I like the first 20 years of your life. There's nothing wrong with going out and go do whatever the fuck you want to do.
I'm not
and
in my 20s anymore.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, you know, there's gonna be a point in time you're gonna be 45, and it's like, damn, all right, I did my thing. Like,
exactly.
You know?
Wait.
Damn,
I see 45, really? Like 45.
45 is that's
old for
your pussy don't even get wet no more.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
Come on now.
I mean, Rihanna just had a baby and she's 33. Like, what are you talking about?
Naomi Campbell just had a baby and she's like 50 something.
There is no time limit.
But that's not safe.
There's no time limit.
Wait, one mic at a time. One mic at a time. Scientifically, no, it's not. Supposedly, it's like after 35.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
But
some
still.
bitches don't want to be at the crib, bro. Everybody want to live their life. Like, don't nobody want to just be at the crib looking at the four walls all day, cleaning, cooking. Like, no, come on, bro. It's something if you want to do it, and it's like, okay, I want to make my little family. I'm gonna, that's different.
Yeah, but that's bad advice.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not bad
Here's the
advice.
thing.
Niggas want to do what they want to do. They gonna do it regardless.
So I'll say this, right? So if I want to compete for the Olympics, right, I have to train for 4 years, stare at the four walls in the training room, right? I'm going to have to abstain from drinking alcohol, doing drugs, recreationally partying, doing a bunch of stupid shit.
Your choice.
Long term. Exactly. Yep. Because I want a certain outcome. And that outcome is I want to be an Olympic gold medalist.
Okay.
So I must sacrifice to win, correct? Unfortunately for women, you must train. I hate to say it like this, but you must train to become a wife. And a big part of being a wife for a good future is not having a past. And a lot of guys,
my nigga.
I know it's not impossible. It can be done. It's just that most women are not willing to sacrifice.
That's you just getting a young bitch with no past. If you want me to be honest, bro, that's 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Like, really?
And that's
that
who
makes
they're
no
choosing.
fucking sense.
The ones that can't cook.
It makes perfect sense because
I'm sorry.
It doesn't, because a 18, 19, 20-year-old, them bitches don't even know how to cook and clean their ass. Like, come on.
Yeah, but still, again, I'm telling you what men want. They want younger women that are going to be more impressionable and follow their rules.
What are they? They're gonna have bullshit.
And the thing is that if a girl wants to be a wife of a certain kind of guy, men look at these types of things, and just like I said, you got to sacrifice. If I want a gold medal, right, and go to the Olympics, I got to sacrifice for 4 years. Same thing with girls. Like, yo, you want a certain type of man to take you seriously and marry you, you have to preserve yourself to a certain way and train to be a good wife.
Facts.
So having a kid is automatically disqualified.
Yeah, because you had it out of wedlock.
Well, here's the thing. So some guys might come in and marry a woman that's a single mother, but a lot of guys won't. Because here's the thing. From a liability standpoint, men are very logical, correct? So if I'm going in and dealing with this woman, I know that not only am I responsible for her, but I'm also going to be responsible for a child that isn't necessarily my own. And then on top of that, let's say I get into a relationship with you, right? Hypothetically. And I move you and everything else like that, right? And we're together. Well, and I'm taking care of your child. At any point, you could be like, you know what, man, this shit ain't really working out. Fuck you. I don't really like you that much, and leave, which is fine. We might be on our outs anyway. But now I lose access to the child that I put time and resources into. And on top of that, I have no legal right to that child.
Right.
So not only do I lose the girl, but I also lose the kid as well, which is a double whammy.
Right.
So, it's not in a man's best, and we tell guys all the time, it's not in a man's best interest to marry a woman that has a child from another man, because you're going to grow an attachment to that kid to some degree. It's going to happen. And you don't necessarily have any recourse if she decides to pull that child from you. And some women will be okay with it. They'll be like, you know what? No, you were in this child's life. You're the father. But some women will use a child as kind of a
pawn.
See,
a pawn to fuck you up.
I was raised by my stepfather, and even after him and my mom separated, he still took care of me.
She's a good woman.
He's a good man.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I
Not about the woman.
I ended up cutting him off myself because he got a little crazy, but I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
But still, like, he was still a part of my life as my dad, my father figure. So I don't know.
But here's the thing. Remember, you got to look at it not just through your lens, because you might allow a stepfather to continue seeing the child. You might do that, but a lot of women won't. Right. They'll use that in spite.
I feel like there's a lot of I feel like there's a lot of weird, because a lot of the time, I don't know, people just be immature.
No, some men don't do that though. Like, I will say, like, this is actually like a touchy subject. Like, the person who raised me, when my mom and him divorced, he literally washed his hands of me. And I found out at that time that he wasn't my biological father. So my whole life I was kind of lied to about who my dad was. And when I found out, and he was not with my mom, he didn't give a fuck. He didn't care. So some men don't continue that shit. So I feel like but I do agree, when you get married and you have another kid, you need to be careful because of the simple fact that not only are you hurting yourself, you're gonna hurt that kid. Because you don't think that hurt me?
I mean, I understand that point.
I look at men differently. I would never.
At the same time, like, I'm not gonna bring anybody around my son that I'm not seriously dating.
Yeah.
And like there has to be certain boundaries already in place, and like we gotta agree on at least some kind of actual solid future before.
But when y'all break
Honestly,
up, all that shit goes out the window though.
Yeah, it does.
And
When you guys break up or if something happens, all that shit goes out the window.
I mean, I understand.
My mom and that
Some
guy
things-
was married for like 8 years. And I did. Do you think I expected him to just?
But
The
ladies,
main thing
ladies,
here is that like there's a lot of problems that arise, and as a guy looking into it from a logical lens, if I see you got a kid, automatically I'm saying to myself, you know what? Yes, I could do this. However, do I really want to? And shit, I did it and learn from example. I ain't never want to do that shit again. However, I'll say this: if you're a woman and you want to find a guy, some guys are not going to have that. However, you may have to settle for a guy that you don't actually want because he's willing to take out that burden, which most guys won't.
And also, ladies, I've noticed that when you guys talk about this, you're talking about it from the female perspective and your own shoes.
Right.
I need you guys to go into the male's perspective.
Yeah.
Here's the numbers. 80% of divorces are initiated by women. 90% alimony is paid from men to women. Women overwhelmingly initiate breakups and divorce in general. Okay? And then on top of that, over 90% of the time, men lose access to their children that are their own biological children.
Right.
That's true.
Okay?
I think that's
so
okay, too.
so
I
so
disagree
and
with
this
that.
is all fact. So knowing these numbers, is it in your best interest as a man to get into a relationship with a woman, let alone a woman that has a child from another relationship?
Right.
It's a very high risk to slim reward ratio. So from a logical perspective, it's not a good move. If I told you jump out of a plane and the parachute has a 90% chance of not working, would you jump out the plane?
No.
No. So and marriage is essentially for men jumping out the plane because I'm putting everything on the lines financially.
Right.
And on top of that, I have a kid that I'm investing time and resources into that I'm going to grow to love that could be taken from me at any time.
Right.
So
that makes sense.
we tell guys from a logical perspective,
Don't.
don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because that kid isn't yours and she could take it from you anytime.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What if we both have children?
That's different.
That's a little bit different.
Yeah, that's different.
Because now you're investing in my kid, I'm investing in yours. There's a little bit more of a, you know what I'm
Balance.
saying?
Even
There's
playing
a little bit
field.
more balance. There's more skin on the game on your end. And let's be honest, a lot of the reason why women initiate divorce so much is because there's no fault divorce. Women are able to initiate divorce a lot of the times while getting rewarded to do so. Alimony, child support, etc. I
think
don't like this thing no more. I can take half his money and leave. Oh shit! This is a W. Because the laws have not caught up with the fact that women are empowered now and chivalry is dead. So that's why we tell guys in this climate it's not in your best interest to marry a single mother, and that's not to like shit on y'all. I'm sure you guys are fantastic moms, but it's just not from the male's perspective. It's an L.
Right.
But I'll say this though,
A
there's
nigga
some
still
guy
gonna
out
get
there
married.
that probably will take you 100%. So we're not saying every guy won't. We're just saying
Right.
like maybe the guy that you actually want might not want to be in that position.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. For me, I would rather date a guy with a kid already.
Probably a good move.
Yeah,
Because you have kids.
right. Not only because I have a kid, but just because I want to know that you're a good dad.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to just date some young guy that he don't know what the fuck he's doing. Like I want to have something in common.
Yeah.
So if
You
you
know what
didn't
I'm
have
saying?
kids, would you still be okay with being with a man that has kids?
Yes. Most of the guys I dated had kids already.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, I think the other thing too is that a man that's a single father is not the same as a single mother. Because like let's
That
be
is
honest.
I ain't gonna lie, that is a little bit
yeah,
different.
a
It's actually
single
kind of a
father.
turn on when a man's taking care of his kids.
It just
Yeah,
doesn't get
honestly.
as much
kids,
light.
but they ain't no baby mama. I'm like, okay, daddy, I could be stepmama.
Yeah.
You feel
But
me?
I'm glad. Thank you for being honest about that. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've always
that
said
is
it,
actually
single
attractive.
fathers are far more attractive than single mothers.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Definitely.
a single father, you've been able to display
It's
not
rare.
only that another woman likes you, you have a kid, which means you're responsible to some degree because you have possession of the child. Not possession, but you have custody of the child. So it's like as a man that's a single father, it's not the same. And let's be honest too, as a single dad, right? If a woman comes into your life, you're not gonna expect her to bear a financial burden. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're just not. But on the other end, as a man, you are expected, whether it's spoken or not, you are expected at some point to have a financial burden on that child and on
Right.
her as a man.
Right.
So that's why for a guy, it's much riskier than for a woman getting in with a single dad.
I don't know. I don't think I would expect for somebody I'm dating to take my son on.
You're clearly an exception to the rule.
At the beginning, you may not, but later on, hey.
Not even. I would feel like my
Never?
child is my child, and his father needs to be responsible, and so do I.
I agree.
We are his parents, not my person.
So let's say
not the
we're
person
going
I'm
to
dating.
Disneyland, right?
That's true.
Who's paying?
Either if I don't have the money, his father need to come up with that money.
No.
That's not my dude's responsibility.
Father is not responsible. You're going with you and your kid and the man.
I will pay for my child.
The guy would probably pay though. Honestly, if you think
But-
about it.
I'll
If
say
it's a
this.
guy,
If we're
But see.
if we're already in
But
like
bro,
a
she's been-
5-year relationship,
See,
but
the entire show,
if
she's
we're
been an
not-
exception to the rule. Like, she asks guys on dates, etc.
No,
She's
because
clearly
I'm
different
more
here.
your feet to the fire. Because
Oh,
at the
shit.
beginning, you might say, for example, don't pay anything. I got it. But let's say it's him taking you out. He's still paying for you, though. And he's bringing a kid.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, at some point,
I'll be okay with it if
He's
it's
gonna
like
pay.
a gesture. But if it's something like,
I'm gonna do this for you.
I'm gonna do this. Like, yeah, let me do it. Like, if it's a gesture, like, come on, let me take you guys on a trip.
But I'm saying,
It'll be cool.
as a
And we've been
man,
together for a while.
you're
Like,
going to want to do that because that's a part of your family. So I'm just saying, you may not say it verbally, but he's going to do it for you automatically.
right.
And you're going to take it.
Yeah, that's
So
okay.
So you would take compensation.
But I wouldn't put that burden on him. Like, you have to do it.
But he's going to do it, though.
Speaking of burden,
That's fine.
Myron Jr. in the top.
I guess
chop
I'm
the
just a
bell, peoples.
financial burden unplugged jit. Fuck you, bro.
Your son, boy. Chris,
God
Chats?
damn it. I'm not the pappy, bro.
all right.
All right. Anything else that you guys want to talk about with single?
No question. Did she get to ask? Was she asked if she'd rather be at
No,
home?
you didn't.
They-
Oh yeah. Would you prefer to be a stay-at-home mom? If a guy told you I need to be a single stay-at-home mom, would you do it?
Yes
Would
or
you
no?
give up your juice business for the juice?
No.
Okay.
I would definitely do my juice business. I'll be a stay-at-home mom, but part-time, I'm definitely gonna always have my own thing because if that nigga decides to up and leave me, I need to make sure me and my child are straight.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I will say, statistically speaking, men rarely leave women, but
anything can happen if they like get in car accidents.
okay.
Yeah, that's
JBS.
true.
JB,